Hi, I'm Jack Gately from Gately Academy, and in this lesson we're going to talk about mineral rights. And please, if you like these videos, don't hesitate to subscribe and or like the button. Smash that like button. That would be fantastic. Thank you so much. And let's just get right into it. So mineral rights. You should know that mineral rights are the only right in the bundle. Ooh, that sounds like a really good test question. It's the only right in the bundle that you can actually sell, or what we might also say on the exam, sever. You can sell or sever the mineral rights from the ownership of the land. From the ownership of the land. So that's very, very important, and also sounds like a good test question. So you could own the surface, but you could sell off your mineral rights below. Oh, yeah, I get it. Okay, Jack, that makes sense. All right, so mineral rights in general fall into two categories. There are solid mineral rights, and then there are liquid mineral rights. Solid mineral rights. When the mineral is below the ground, like a hunk of coal, it is real estate. By definition, by default, it's real estate. It's in the ground, it's down there somewhere in the ground, and it's a piece of real estate, of which, of course, as the owner of the surface, you also own that piece of coal. When you mine the coal and bring it above the ground, you have basically converted it from a piece of real estate into a piece of property. And when you put it in the back of a truck or back of a railroad car, it is now a piece of personal property. Ooh, that does sound like a really good test question. Now, liquid mineral rights. Liquid mineral rights in most cases, and this is going to definitely have a lot of, how do I say this, state by state variation. But as a general rule of thumb for the exam, you should understand that liquid mineral rights are going to be governed by what we call the law of capture. The law of capture. And again, just a big, huge dose of reality here. The law of capture is administered in different states, well, differently. But let's put it on the board here for you and just kind of give you a general description of what the law of capture is so that you can get it right on the exam. Well, here's how the law of capture in a nutshell works. It rewards the party, the person, the company, whatever, who extracts the asset. If you want to kind of boil this down into a nutshell, it's basically if you pump it, you can keep it. In a nutshell, you pump it, it's yours. You can keep it. And let's kind of give you an example here. We have the surface of the land here, and let's say that's a property mark. And so here's person A, here's another property mark, that's person B, and this is person C. Let's pretend that there's this big blob of oil down here. And for any of you watching this, you're saying, well, oil exploration doesn't work quite like that. It's a lot more complicated. That is true. It's a lot more complicated than this, but just so that we can demonstrate the topic. Now, by looking at this, you could clearly see that person B has the vast majority of that oil under their land, and person C has a pretty good amount of it, and person A most certainly has the least amount. But that doesn't really matter. If person B and person C do nothing, while person A makes the effort to drill straight down, if they make the effort to drill straight down, they can capture this oil. Obviously, oil, a liquid mineral right, flows, right? And if they pump it all up, then they win. They pumped it, and as a result, they can keep it. Simple as that. You pump it, you can keep it. Person A, as we would say here in Boston, would be the winner. Person A is the winner. Or as the rest of the country would say, the winner. Person A wins. Because they took the initiative, they took the risk, they extracted the asset, they captured the asset. And person B and person C, well, they snoozed, And you know what they say, snooze, you lose. Now, I would say, as I cautioned before, many states have a lot of different interpretations of this law, including some states that have the concept of utilization or pooling. And these concepts would allow person B and person C to get some compensation for the oil, even though they did not actually extract it. So there is some variation with how this is applied from state to state. Keep in mind that this capture law or law of capture was probably developed at a time when the technology was not available to actually determine where the actual oil came from originally, and as a result, they just kind of had to come up with a default law. Hey, if you were the one that pumped it up, you got to keep it. So that's mineral rights in a nutshell. I'm Jack Gately from Gately Academy. Remember, if you liked the video, hit that like button and then subscribe thing. That'd mean a lot to me. And thanks. See you in the next lesson.